What if Rayquaza was in Monster Hunter? Let's talk about it. So, everyone's favorite legendary Pokemon, the GOAT of the franchise, the Godzilla of Pokemon. What would happen if he was in Monster Hunter? Well, it would actually be a lot more peaceful. No, I'm not even kidding. Rayquaza would have a much less stressful time here or in the Monster Hunter world than he would in Pokemon. Bro's got to deal with Groudon and Kyogre constantly trying to beef with each other, and he's got to wake up, belt in hand, coffee in the other, and just start whipping them. And again, we also know he does not like aliens. Yeah, I feel like maybe that should actually count as a speciesist or something. But hey, it is what it is here. Rayquaza would ultimately be a good deterrent for black dragons as well. I actually do think that his ecology could likely revolve around him maybe evolving from a species, or maybe he's his own species entirely, just born every 1,000 years. So at the end of a Rayquaza's life cycle, they'll likely find a good secluded area, maybe with a lot of storm currents, and eventually just lay an egg, and the egg will eventually hatch when the other Rayquaza eventually does, die. Now, as for any, excuse me, as for any ecological turf wars, I would definitely have him face off against Electrion, Dalmador, Amatsu, and Fatalis. Those would be his main turf wars. I would also give him a ecological interaction with the likes of Dire Morales. Okay, that would actually be his like Groudon, if you will. So you would actually know that if Dire Morales is around, Rayquaza's there, about to hyper beam this dude in the face, point blank, no hesitation. And I do think that Rayquaza's relationship with the guild would also be very well received as well, considering the fact that Rayquaza doesn't go out of his way to attack humanity unless they wind up messing around with him. Or we do know that in the manga, woo, Rayquaza, Rayquaza don't care. If you're evil, you're evil. But again, I do think he would actually prevent a lot of monsters from becoming even invasive in certain areas. I think that the Zinogre species would be able to keep their home in the Misty Peaks and maybe gradually come down to hunt other prey. But again, they would mainly be there because Amatsu would likely be able to get, driven off by Rayquaza. But if that doesn't happen, then hey, I mean, Zinogre being the monster that it is makes perfect sense. I mean, it's got to find its place to where it can claim territory since since the entire species' life was ruined. As for any other Elder Dragon, I think they would either steer clear of Rayquaza or actually behave a lot more. Imagine someone that literally shows up anytime you're about to cause trouble or even think about disturbing the entire environment. Yeah, no, it's absolutely it's not happening at all. And I do think the funny part about this is with the fact that Dire Morales would actually be his Groudon, Rayquaza will probably just eliminate him right then and there. Only for Dire Morales to likely come back, considering the fact that most of these black dragons just have regeneration in general. As for how you would get the armor, I'm going to say it's the same way you do with Primordial Malzeno. You manage to battle Rayquaza, earn its respect, or at least, fix the monster, or repair the monster, if you will, and then, you kind of get its armor. But you don't ultimately kill it, unlike Ruiner Nergigante, who you can just kill, harvest, and then it'll just regenerate itself and just keep going. But overall, I think Rayquaza in the verse could actually change how the environment works and honestly make one of the coolest armor sets of all time. Peace.